As 2020 approaches, many people are already making their New Year's resolutions. For Washington Democrats, including President Biden, that list is likely topped with the shared agenda item: Save, Build Back Better. Stephen Overley is a reporter with Politico in Washington, D.C. He joins me now to talk about the future of this legislation, which Senator Joe Manchin all but killed this week when he announced he wouldn't be continuing negotiations with the White House. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Merry Christmas.
Hey, same to you. Stephen, let's jump right into this. The Biden administration has trumpeted Build Back Better as a central part of its effort to bring down consumer prices long term. But the split Senate requires all Democrats to be on board, including Joe Manchin. What's Democrats' plan for this in the new year, and can they rework the existing legislation?
Well, it's a very good question, because as we saw this week, tension between the White House and Senator Manchin really sort of spilled into public. And now they have to repair that damage and figure out a path forward. The White House has said this week that they see a path forward, that they're planning to continue conversations with Senator Manchin, with the rest of Democrats on Capitol Hill, to come to some type of agreement. But there's a lot of doubt as to what that will be now that Manchin has said the current legislation is a definitive no. And whether progressive Democrats and more moderate Democrats can all coalesce around a single package is still something that Congress is going to have to work out when they come back to Washington next year.
Stephen, one of the reasons I wanted to have you on Morning in America this morning is because I read a piece that you and Alex Daugherty wrote for Politico this week. And you say in that piece that supply chain issues are likely to continue well into the new year. Can you explain that?
That's right. You know, we were all sort of talking during the summer and early fall months about the potential for Christmas to be ruined by empty store shelves because of the supply chain crisis. That really has not come to pass, and there are a number of reasons for that. But that doesn't mean that these issues are solved. In fact, there's roughly 100 ships still waiting to dock in California and unload cargo. There are still significant issues with moving that product into the country via railways and trucks. And so all of these kinks in the supply chain will really require long-term solutions. It's not waving a magic wand and fixing the problem. It's really chipping away at it gradually. And that's something that's going to require industry to make a lot of changes. And it's going to require the Biden administration to sort of prod them along to make those changes.
Stephen,
that's been the strategy so far.
I'm glad you said that. And does the fact that we've managed to avoid a Christmas crisis mean supply chain issues are back to where they need to be? And can consumers expect a return to normalcy in the new year?
Not right away. There will not be a return to normalcy early in 2022. You know, we will continue to see issues with the supply chain. We'll continue to see high consumer prices that people likely saw already when shopping for groceries and gifts. And so these problems are sticking around well into next year.
Stephen Overley with Politico, thank you so much for joining me this morning, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thanks, Nick. You too.
Well, still ahead, have you ever gotten a present you really didn't want?
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.